The sex abuse trial of Jerry Sandusky begins this morning. Penn State's longtime assistant football coach faces life in prison if convicted of a series of alleged assaults that began in 1994. Armen Keteyian is outside the courthouse in Bellefonte, Pennsylvania. Armen, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie. Sandusky is charged with 52 counts related to the criminal sexual abuse of 10 young boys over a 15-year period. Opening arguments are set for today before a jury of 7 women and 5 men, many with ties to Penn State.
At its core, the People versus Gerald A. Sandusky will likely turn on the testimony of the alleged victims. What could be as many as 8 until now anonymous young men, coming out of the shadows inside historic Center County Courthouse to describe sexual abuse at the hands of a once revered, now reviled football coach.
There really is no physical evidence. It's entirely a question of he said versus he said. But there are a lot of he's in this case. There are a whole lot of people who claim this story or claim similar stories.
Throughout the jury selection process, Sandusky sat side by side with his attorney, Joe Amendola, listening intently and taking notes as more than 200 Center County residents were whittled down to 12 jurors and 4 alternates, many with ties to Penn State, including a professor and current student who works in the athletic department.
Credibility is going to be the main factor in this case.
In the past, Amendola has made clear he will hammer away at the credibility of all accusers. Challenging the prosecution's contention, Sandusky groomed many of the boys, meeting them at the Second Mile charity he founded before showering them with gifts and special access to Penn State practices and games.
There will be no plea negotiations. This is a fight to the death. This is the fight of Jerry Sandusky's life.
Another crucial witness is expected to be former Penn State assistant coach Mike McQueary, who testified he saw Sandusky sexually assault a boy as young as 10 years old in a football facility shower. McQueary originally testified the incident took place in March of 2002. Prosecutors recently changed the date to February 2001.
This is very, very damaging to Mike McQueary's testimony because the jury's going to be asking itself, if Mike McQueary, who has no dog in this hunt, is making up a story, could these other witnesses be making up a story as well?
How the prosecution will present its case remains a mystery, but we have learned they are leaning toward putting 1 victim a day on the stand to remind the jury of the alleged abuse. Charlie, Erica.
Armen Keteyian, thanks.